going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Northern Minutemen podcast. I'm Mike, joined here by Sam and Blake for I think what is week 14 or 15.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Going strong.
Sounds right.
Yeah, even if it isn't, we'll go with it. So,
I like it.
it's been just over a week since we last had last week's podcast. And I'm sure a lot has changed. And without further ado, we can jump into it, talk about it.
Right on.
Oh.
I like it.
Yeah.
Which part do you want to talk about?
Well, for me, I can say that the temperature's gotten quite a bit warmer. I've been able to get out into my shop, and man, have I been threading barrels.
I believe you.
Yeah,
We're sending everybody over to you.
yeah, and they're coming, and it's awesome. I have.
What's the weirdest thing you've been asked to thread just this week? I mean, besides my super shorty 1022. That was a weird one.
That was it. Like, I've threaded 6 this week, and they were all rifles.
Anything weird though?
No, they're all common.
Has anybody asked you to chop the barrel off?
One person did. Yeah.
Like just chop it. I want it as short as possible.
Oh no, they wanted it level with the stock. Talking about you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I just wanted to know are there other people asking you to do things like that?
No, not yet. I stayed away from the whole short-barreled rifle thing in previous years just because of, the tax stamps and the paperwork. I don't know the difference. I didn't know the difference at the time between forms 1 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
One is if you file for it elsewhere. One is if you do it yourself.
Yep.
And that was actually a topic I hope to talk in depth with you all about, just because one of my closest friends lives in Virginia and hopes to have one before things get too crazy.
Oh, yeah. If he's in Virginia, he needs to get his stuff together. He needs to buy a can like today.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the short-barreled rifle thing...
You should tell people real quick why.
Well, because they're going to implement their own $500
$500.
Yeah. State tax.
July 31st of this year, if you live in Virginia.
Buy it before July 31st.
Yeah. After July 31st, $500 per can. Talk about infringement.
Yeah, and
Right.
I swear the only reason they're doing that is because they think they can. They're trying to deter people from having suppressors, which is a whole nother problem.
A health and safety product, you shouldn't have that.
Yep.
It's stupid.
It's like banning seatbelts in a vehicle.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You want seatbelts? It's an extra $500
Per
Right.
seatbelt.
It makes makes
Right?
just as much sense to tax lipstick or toilet paper like that as it does a suppressor.
Yep.
A suppressor,
Health and safety product.
to my amazement, I was, and this may have been a bit of ignorance, but I realized.
Oh, you want new tires on your car? $500 a wheel.
On top of the
I'm
price
sorry I
of the tire.
interrupted. I'm just going to keep going with this.
Those things bald.
Oh, you want to put locks on your front door of your home? $500 a lock.
Yeah, and they're taxing dog walking or dog grooming.
What?
Yeah,
Come on.
No, I'm serious.
You were lying.
Why?
Look at the list. Like, I'll
Blake,
pull
get
it
your
up.
phone out.
Yeah,
He is lying.
All right, let's
Dry-
look
Dog
at this.
walking tax?
Dry cleaning.
What?
Yeah, there's a stupid list of all this obnoxious stuff in Virginia that they're wanting to implement a tax on because now they've got a deficit because now they have to support.
I haven't heard of any of this other stuff, but I know for a fact the $500 tax on July 31st is already approved and going to happen.
Oh,
That's not proposed. Like, that passed.
Yeah, I don't.
Is the rest of this stuff tied in with the same bill?
I think it is.
Oh my gosh.
But it's a bunch of obnoxious it's out there. Like, who in the world came up with?
If you live in the state of Virginia, the state government is telling you, we don't want you to live here.
Right. They want to be the state of illegal immigrants on state welfare.
No, I'm talking about Virginia.
Right.
Are you talking about Virginia?
Right.
I thought we were talking about Minnesota all of a sudden.
No.
Did you
It's
switch gears on me?
Pretty close, isn't it? We could be talking about either or, and no one would know.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, if Minnesota was to pop up out of the weeds and say $500 tax stamp on every can bought starting this date, I'd be like, Blake, we're moving.
All right, I'm
Start packing the boxes.
Yep.
South Dakota's a wonderful
coming
state.
with.
We're moving.
Well,
I would not stay.
You're not too far away.
Yeah.
So it says here, more than 50 proposals and new rules were introduced for the new legislative season, including additional local sales tax in all Virginia counties and cities, including dog walking and grooming tax, gun and ammunition tax, new income tax brackets, storage facility tax, dry cleaning tax, and home repair tax.
What is the proposed firearm tax? Firearm and ammo tax, is it probably doubled? Probably already from a very high rate?
Probably, let's see.
I'm genuinely curious because what Virginia is doing today, Minnesota will do tomorrow.
I don't.
That's why it's important to pay attention to this stuff.
Yeah, I have been paying more attention in the last, well, since the beginning of the year than I think I ever have. You know, it was okay for me as a gunsmith to just do the work.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize the burden that was placed on my customer elsewhere.
Right.
The gun owner, I mean, you want me to thread a barrel for your suppressor? Awesome. I'm glad you have a suppressor. But now I had no idea.
Yeah.
Like
that's
they're
crazy.
having, you're done with the $200 tax stamp at the federal rate or the federal level. And now Governor Dingbat's going to want $500.
Who is the governor in Virginia?
It's the lady, she's,
I don't mean to put you on the
Abigail, I don't know, these smartphones in front of me. I used to be Youngkin, right? And now it's
I know
Liehart or something.
Virginia historically has gone through it. I remember when they were trying to ban ARs and they had like 15,000 Second Amendment guys show up at the Capitol building and protest. And that protest, they actually picked up all their garbage before they left.
Yeah, it's amazing how that's even possible, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were super respectful and they made their voice heard, but they did ban I think they banned 30-round magazines in Virginia.
It says that they're implementing a 11% sales tax rate on gross receipts from retail sales of firearm and ammunition.
On top of the current tax rate?
In addition to existing taxes.
So an 11% on top of the existing tax rate. My next follow-up question would be, what is the existing tax rate? I mean, are we talking 20% taxes on guns and ammo now? I mean, sorry to make you look all this stuff up on the fly, but I'm curious. This is crazy.
Governor Abigail Spanberger.
Spam burger.
Yeah. Spanberger.
Spam burger.
Should be.
Gotcha.
Right. So
it is a 5.3%.
So 5.3 plus an 11 for ammo and firearms.
Yeah. So 16%.
Now, what would happen if somebody just drove across the border and bought one and then came back?
Well, with firearms, you can if it's a long gun. If it's a handgun or a pistol or an AOW or an other, you can't.
You have to transfer it?
It would have to be transferred in, and then they would hit you with the taxes when you pick the firearm up.
Yeah, I don't know what they hope to. I mean, of course, there's all the behind the scenes intentions. Like
taxes are meant to make people leave.
Yeah, there can't be any other logical.
Yeah,
reason.
And it's so bad. Like you remember Jeremy from New Jersey?
Yeah,
they have an exit tax in New Jersey. So if you sell your home to move to another state, you have to pay a percentage of your home sale to the state of New Jersey, and it's labeled an exit tax.
That is worse than a death tax.
It is. I mean, but when you have crazy taxes, like these politicians they don't say, I'm going to lower taxes. They say, let's charge them an exit tax and let's punish these people who are leaving.
Yep.
Where does that money go? To their pockets, to their yachts?
To their family daycare.
Oh, to their Leering Center?
Yeah.
It's brazen corruption. It's not even hidden anymore. Like
Yeah.
you can propose that kind of tax, which is just bizarre, but to get it to pass and become law, anybody that voted for it can just go on corrupt politician list because that serves no benefit to anybody outside of the government.
Right.
Anybody that has a hold on the purse strings of that budget can be just marked as corrupt.
So think about this for a second. People have changed a lot. We have changed a lot. So the Boston Tea Party,
I've changed for the better.
that was a 0.5% tax increase on tea.
Yeah.
And we revolted and we were like, nah, we're not paying a 0.5% tax on tea. That's crazy. And they vandalized and started a revolution over it. And now here we are, 250 years later, an 11% tax increase on ammo and guns. And we're like, whatever.
What happened if we reenacted the Boston Tea Party over that?
I would just drink coffee.
Dude, I'm just surprised that people aren't rising up over that.
Right?
But I think that there's too many people being comfortable. There's too much comfort.
Mhm.
And not to say that comfort isn't earned or deserved at this point in civilization, but just because we're comfortable doesn't mean that we've lost our responsibility as a citizen.
Mhm.
Like there is an objectivity to the civil rights or to our existence in this country. And when you have politicians being so brazen about this nonsense and the taxes, I think it's gotten to this point because people quit trying. People quit, you know, speaking up about it or, throwing the barrels of tea over the side of the ship. But it I also think is much more difficult today and much more consequential if that were to happen.
I think maybe it's because we have more to lose.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
You think about these guys back 250 years ago, starting a revolution over a 0.5% tax. Maybe they didn't have anything to lose. They were like, I already have nothing. And now you want to raise the taxes. We're not paying it
Yeah.
because we don't have it. And you're not going to take my tea away from me.
I'm willing
That's
to
all I got, man. That's all I got.
I'm willing to bet a part of it could have even been now is our chance. We've had enough of this nonsense. This
Yeah.
needs to be our land. This needs to be our government. Enough is enough.
Right. But I got a lot to lose, Mike.
Well, yeah.
And I don't want my face to be on the cover of Time magazine calling me something terrible.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? And I think everybody's in the same boat. Like you watch people get prosecuted over stupid things.
much less.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, I don't want to be targeted by the government.
Right? Like one 4473 misses a signature or a box not checked,
Mhm.
and that's the end of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I can agree. I don't.
But if you're a politician, you can steal millions of dollars and it's just business as usual.
You could
Yeah.
be listed on the Epstein files and in videos, and
Nothing happens.
Nothing.
Nothing happens.
But if we fill out a form wrong,
Yep.
we're done.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can pay me $1 million to be a speaker at your event, and that's whatever. That was Bill Clinton, by the way.
Yeah. That
$1 million is pop to listen to Bill Clinton speak. I think not.
you might pay me $1 million, and I'd listen to him for a few minutes.
I'm just saying it's awfully fishy, and no one
Yeah.
ever looks at people in positions of high authority.
Right.
Nobody ever looks at them.
They can never do anything wrong, right?
Never.
Well, those that have questioned it or tried to do something about it disappear,
They disappear.
or they shoot themselves in the back of the head.
Yep. Or they hang themselves with a paper sheet.
Mm-hmm. That's Epstein, right? Yeah. Yeah. When the security footage blinks and all
Oh,
of a
yeah.
sudden you're over there dangling.
Yeah.
It's
Cameras just cut off for a random 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I can't.
Oops.
Yeah.
Convenient.
I used to think that I was aware of how far the corruption went. I had never in a million years would have thought that it went this deep. Like I almost want to stay off of social media because of the nonsense and the crap they're showing that was revealed in the Epstein files
Mm-hmm.
and how much of it has to do with little kids. I just don't want to see it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I think it got to that point because people didn't want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
So But what can we do about it? We
The-
could
Move to another state. I mean, if I was in Virginia, I would legit be packing up my family and selling my house and crossing into a state line, another
Yeah.
state. I'd be like, I'm not staying here.
Yeah, I don't know.
You can't do that to people.
What about running for office?
But even if you ran for office and won, I mean, you're talking about decades to get your name out there that of what you stand for, and the chances of you winning because they own the machines. I'm kind of bitter.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a negative. I shouldn't even be on this podcast right now. I'm a negative Nancy right now.
You're one of the Minutemen, so
I'm just. I
you
just,
leave and it's the Minuteman, and then I don't
the
want that.
Minuteman and Balake.
Balake. Present.
You know, I think the hardest part about being a politician with good intentions is getting traction
Yeah.
on your idea that sticks around and
Yeah.
grows momentum when you're gone.
Yeah. You got to have brand name recognition.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I went to the caucus in Bagley on Tuesday night.
Mm.
My wife and I went because, I mean, that's grassroots movement on political stuff. And there were 6 people running for governor. They all of them read their letters of what they were going to stand for. And my wife and I voted for the person that we wanted. But the guy that everybody voted for was the name that was the most recognizable, and the majority of the room voted for Mike Lindell, the My Pillow guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's running for governor. Everybody voted for him because his name has brand name recognition, and they said, yes, they're all great candidates, but who can win against Amy Klobuchar?
Yeah.
You got to have a name that people recognize. It's that branding takes decades to accomplish.
But do you think people look for that brand name recognition
Yeah.
based on ignorance?
Yes.
Yeah.
If I've never heard of you before, I'm not voting for you. If I've heard your name before, I'll vote for you.
Yeah, because with
It's branding. It's marketing 101,
Yeah.
man.
and with the recognition of a name, I suppose, comes a resume. You know a bit of what they've done and what
Yeah.
they stand for.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah, like Mike Lindell. I'm picturing him in my mind right now. He's on a commercial. He's holding a pillow. He's got a cross around his neck. He's well dressed, well spoken. All the other guys on the ticket had an amazing letter on what they were going to stand for and accomplish. Never heard of them before.
yeah,
And so the room didn't vote for any of those guys. My wife and I, we picked the person that was like anti-Marxist, anti-communist, pulling up the roots of communism in Minnesota. I was like, this dude, he's
Yeah.
going to be amazing. We were the only 2 people that voted for him.
Wow.
well, I'm glad you did.
It didn't matter. I mean, it's popular vote.
Yeah,
It's kind of a poll. It doesn't really do anything, but it's polling to see who the candidate is most likely going to be.
what do you think about Amy Klobuchar?
No comment.
Really?
0.
Switzerland.
You talk, Mike.
I don't know. I don't know a lot about her, but a few years ago I had a problem with the VA.
Yep.
Her and her office helped me immensely.
That's amazing. Good for you.
Yeah.
I mean, she's well known in this state. She is going to be a tough candidate to beat.
Yep.
Walls isn't running because of the fraud scandals.
He's a corrupt D-bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's going to be a tough candidate to run against. I would love to see Minnesota go Republican. It hasn't been Republican in 20 years.
Since
Yeah,
the actor.
No, actually after him. Gosh, what is his name? The guy right before Dayton.
Yeah, he was in Terminator.
No. You're talking about the governor. You're talking about dude from Predator.
Right.
Oh man, my names are so bad. With
Did I
them.
say
He's got
Terminator?
his bobblehead in the vault. Though.
My bad.
Jesse Ventura?
There you go.
But no, we had somebody after Jesse Ventura who was a Republican.
Must have been when I was a state trooper or something. Because I
His
didn't.
name.
Yeah.
I have his face in my head. I just can't figure.
You got a telephone?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're our fact checker.
You're our fact checker, yeah. What is his name? I'm gonna think of it.
Yeah, I have to admit I don't
Tim
know.
Pawlenty. Tim Pawlenty.
Tim Pawlenty.
Yep, he was a Republican.
And it was what, 4 years?
Hmm.
I don't know any. In fact, I'm going to do some homework tonight. In fact, I'll do it with Kate because she's she's extremely politically savvy. Just her state of mind and how she understands things and knowledge level. I enjoy talking politics with her because she's extremely well sound and grounded on her stance and how she sees things. But I, on the other hand, and I hate to admit it, but I just avoided it. Like I'm just one vote,
Yeah.
and I'll vote the way I vote. And then I figured I would live a happier life if I just chose to not pay attention to politics.
Well, that's true. I mean, politics is stress,
How many people in America,
and it's fighting for worldly power.
yeah, but how many people in America have the same viewpoint? And we haven't had a second Tea Party because of that.
Hmm.
The ignorance, the comfort, it doesn't matter what I think on that. And that mindset is why we've gotten where we are with politics.
Yeah.
So I'm paying attention now.
When I look at candidates, the only thing that is really important to me is their stance on firearms. If you tell me your stance on firearms, I know everything there is to know about you based on your stance on firearms. If you're anti-firearm, you are pro-abortion.
Yep.
You are for high taxes. Am I getting this right so far?
Yep.
You are for chasing corporations out of the state. And you breed chaos.
Yeah, you're for Leering centers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If you are a pro-firearm, you cherish the sanctity of life, because that's what having a firearm is all about, is about protecting life. You're going to be a candidate who is going to want less government, less taxes. You're going to want business to thrive.
Yep.
And
I like seeing politicians that say they're pro-gun to an extent,
right.
and watch how they handle firearms.
Yeah.
Pointing it at everybody.
Yeah.
Sweeping the room.
You're talking about the commercials that Walls was in,
Yep.
where he was pointing his shotgun at people,
Yep. It was
flagging everybody on the field.
It was a handful of years ago. A politician.
I
with a
would have
sh-
slapped that gun right out of his hands.
Yeah. But there was a politician that actually shot somebody with a shotgun during a bird hunt
I believe it.
during the era of George Bush, I think.
Mhm.
I think
That
it was
was
Dick
Dick
Cheney.
Cheney.
Yeah.
That was Dick Cheney.
Dick
He
Cheney.
did. He shot somebody.
I said it right when I thought. I was like, wait a minute. This isn't helping my story. I shouldn't have said this. Come on, Dick.
Yeah, that was Dick Cheney.
Oops.
Have you ever seen the YouTube video of him riding on a Tomahawk launched by the USS Louisville? It was during the first Gulf War. It was a Saturday Night Live skit. Dick Cheney's riding on a Tomahawk on his way into Baghdad.
Oh, man.
It is the funniest video you will watch.
You know,
Just type in Dick Cheney Tomahawk. It's hilarious. You don't have to do it now.
Okay.
but When
What-
we're done with
What
this,
if I kind of want to?
well,
if you want to, go for it. It's
one
hilarious.
one of the things I've been thinking about the
ahead,
last couple
pull it
of
up.
days that I wanted to know more about was what day was it I came out here? Thursday? Wednesday? Yeah.
Thursday.
One
I
of those
think.
two.
I was standing at your gun counter talking with you, and you did a dance. And you got so into it, your eyes were closed, and you forgot where you were at.
Oh yeah.
What was that again?
The Humpty Dance is your chance to do the hump.
Here it goes again.
Now,
Oh no.
I think we owe it to everybody on our socials to get a video of this dance.
Not gonna happen. I might run for political office someday, and it'll come back to bite me in the rear end. I guarantee it.
Well, we
Yeah,
need
but
to
like,
we need to get more.
other things out
They'll be like, "This is the candidate you want." It'll be a commercial of me. The Humpty Dance. is your
Every-
chance.
Every college bro would see that and go, "Yes,
Yeah, it's the guy I want.
yes." And how did you win? The Humpty Dance. I mean, you'd have to have somebody paint a picture of you in the Humpty Dance pose in your office. But I swear, if we can put more scotch in that coffee cup,
Yeah, no, it's not happening.
I remember standing there going, what is going on?
What are my eyeballs witnessing?
You're enjoying this too much.
Yeah,
But I forgot. I was like, what was he doing? All like the last 2 days, I'm like, I couldn't remember. Like I was like, is it the happy dance? No, the Humpty Dance. Like, did you have to do that on the submarine to get food or
I
something?
did. Yeah, you have to perform before they feed you.
I would have gone hungry.
No, it's the high radiation levels, man.
Oh,
It gets to your brain. It makes you do weird things.
and it stays
That's
with
what they
you.
blame it on.
Yeah, it's the radiation levels.
I just remember, like, I didn't tell anybody. I didn't know if you wanted people to know. It was
Well, I do
funny.
now.
It was
Yeah.
funny.
Anytime you do stuff like that, they're like, check his rad meter. Check it. Check it right now.
And then check the oxygen level.
You know, rad meter's off the charts, Doc.
He's doing it in his sleep now.
Confine him to his rack.
And to think that's the kind of stuff Marines do all the time in the barracks for fun. In their silkies, you know. Sober.
Your PT shorts are glorious.
Yeah. No, but I'm gonna do some homework on Klobuchar, just because I don't know. I don't know where they stand. I know
You
she's
know,
a
it's
grassroots Democrat, right?
maybe lesser of two evils.
Yeah.
Still not pro-business.
But would she be the kind of person to implement said tax?
And if Amy Klobuchar is listening to this podcast, let's have a 1% corporate tax rate in Minnesota, and let's draw businesses into Minnesota instead of making them leave. Because South Dakota is our neighbor, and they have a 0% corporate tax rate.
And they're doing just fine.
They're,
Like they're doing great.
booming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kristi Noem and Governor Dugard, they knew what they were doing.
Yep.
And what I loved the most about Governor Dugard was that he listened to suggestions. He listened to the people in his cabinet, and he took advice. I mean, and he took advice from farmers. Like he actually would go out and talk to people, make notes, and it was part of his decision making.
Hmm.
And I think Kristi Noem followed suit.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
A huge Kristi Noem fan.
Mm-hmm.
We custom made a suppressor for Kristi Noem. Yep. Her suppressor was the first one we ever did in FDE.
Oh, cool.
And she hunts with a 6mm Creedmoor. And yeah.
So she has it.
Yeah, she owns it. She owns
That's
an off-grid
awesome.
suppressor.
Did you ever have the chance to meet Kristi Noem?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not in person.
I remember when we were camping last summer, it was discussed that the opportunity may have been there. But
Yep. Trust me, you'll know when that day comes. You'll be here.
We'll be doing the Humpty dance.
And we're going to make her do a podcast episode with us.
Yeah, we can go from 126 followers to 12,000 followers, and
In one day.
yeah, that. Just so everyone knows, it will be with her and her own free will.
Yes.
No,
We will ask permission from her security detail.
I would love to hear 15 minutes of that woman's mind.
Yeah.
You know, and what I like about where she's at in our government is she's got the backbone and then some to just put up with the nonsense and still get the job done. Just like Pete Hegseth.
Yeah.
You know, those two, I hope those two stick with it and eventually become the White House in 4, 8, 12
You
years.
have to have a spine of steel.
Yeah.
To do that job. Because, I mean, think about it. You have one customer that comes in and just lays into you, and it wrecks your month. They deal with this like 47 times a day. I mean, they have a spine of steel to be able to just be like, okay, thank you for your opinion. Noted. Next.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a customer come in and throw a fit, and I want to.
Yeah, you want to shut the business down over it.
Find a different profession and move on.
But like the initial instinct is I want to throw a bigger fit. You know, I don't want to let them win this. But
it becomes a competition.
the older I get, the more I realize that's the stupid way of doing things.
Yeah.
And I've never let that happen in my shop. I never will.
I used to have just a nasty temper.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, my temper was terrible.
Yep.
And now I don't have a temper anymore. I've had people yell at me and I'm like, I thank you. Thank you for that.
Have a good day, sir.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, was it?
Like it doesn't get under my skin anymore.
See, it was before I became a state trooper. I had like that young man complex.
Oh, yeah.
You know, where
We all have that.
you have to come out on top. Road rage,
Yep.
arguments in the
I
store.
gotta win.
Yep.
Yeah. Like I held the door open for my wife at the Starbucks she worked at in California, and she's pushing a stroller with our baby in it.
Hmm.
And this idiot waiting to come out of the Starbucks with a handful of coffee goes, "Oh, perfect, thank you," and walks through the stroller, bumps into Kate, and keeps walking, thinking that I held this door open for him. And I wanted to murder him. You know, I was pissed. But Kate was she was on top of it.
Yeah.
She-
So when you're young, if it's a verbal battle or a physical battle, you want to win.
Yeah.
And then the older you get, you're like, the battle's pointless.
This isn't worth my time.
yeah.
Yep.
You know, it's just like, you know, the whoever is like, I wish how dumb you knew you looked right now, because I'm already over it. Yeah, you can continue to look like a fool. I've been there.
Yeah.
But man, I don't care.
So what else is on the agenda for tonight? Any hot topics you want to discuss?
Well, yeah, I wanted to go back to the short-barreled rifle thing.
Okay, let's go.
So if I want a short-barreled rifle and I want to build it myself,
Yep.
What I can't understand is, you know, I can buy the short-barreled rifle upper receiver.
Yep.
Complete.
Yep.
Straight to my house.
Yep.
No laws broken.
Yep.
I can buy the serialized receiver.
Yep.
Pick it up at Off-Grid Armory.
Yep.
Order every single part to complete that lower receiver from Brownells. Have it sent straight to my house.
Correct.
I've not broken any laws.
Correct.
I can assemble that lower receiver.
Mm-hmm.
I've not broken any laws.
Correct.
I put the two together without the tax stamp and I'm a felon.
Correct.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
That's so okay. I have everything. I open up my Holy Grail gun safe and I've got all the parts there to make it happen.
Mhm.
I put together my lower receiver. I just leave the two parts, the upper and lower receiver, disassembled. Now that I have the dimensions and the serial number and everything for this gun, I fill out a Form 1
Form 1.
Form 1.
and I submit it, which can all be done tax-free on the website after I've made my own profile.
Yep.
And then I just wait.
Yep.
And as long as while I'm waiting, I don't go put those receivers together,
Yep.
I'm compliant.
Correct.
If I wanted to order a completed short-barreled rifle from a manufacturer on the internet and
Yep.
have it sent to Off-Grid Armory,
You don't need to.
I don't.
No, a short-barreled upper receiver, complete.
No,
you-
no,
No, he's talking
The en-
complete.
the entire gun.
Oh, the
complete
entire.
SBR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep going.
And then I come fill out a Form 4.
Yeah, we do it for you.
Okay.
Yep.
That's
there.
awesome. Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, you can do it yourself, save money, or you can have us do it for you. It's going to cost you $100.
Okay.
For us to do a Form 4 for somebody, it's a $100 transfer fee because we have to receive it, we have to log it in, we have to do all your paperwork, which includes fingerprinting and photo, submit the forms through eForms, call you when your stuff comes in, and then have you do a 4473 once you pick it up. So basically that $100 we're charging is time we have invested in you.
Well, and how long does that gun sit in your storage?
Hopefully
Months?
2 weeks.
Yeah. So you're paying for some storage space there as
Yeah,
well.
absolutely.
Yeah. $100 is
Doing
great.
a Form 1 on your own can be cumbersome. How are you going to get fingerprints to them when you do a Form 1?
You
You
can't.
got to go to the courthouse.
Yeah.
You have to pay the courthouse $25 to fingerprint you.
Yep.
They give you hard cards. You have to print out the Form 1, fill it out by hand, mail all your stuff to the ATF, which probably quadruples your wait time.
Yeah.
And you can pay us $100. We do it all for you. Like, we're selling fast, and we're doing all of it for you.
So $100 is,
Well spent.
yeah, a great deal.
I would do it all
Yeah.
day long. Even if it was 10 items, I would pay $100 per item, and I would have us do it.
Okay. Does the ATF have a law or a stipulation of, because I don't know, I did quite a bit of reading about this in the last few days, and there's something that prevents people from, in an effort to keep people from doing like I had said and having those two receivers separated in their gun safe, making it possible to put them together, use the gun as an SBR, and then take it back apart and store it. There's no verbiage or
Well, once you SBR a lower receiver using its serial numbers, that lower receiver is in the system as a short-barreled rifle.
okay.
It doesn't matter if you separate it or not. That lower receiver is designated by the NFA branch that it is a SBR.
Right. But if while I'm waiting, I assemble it and use it, I'm
Mhm.
just doing it illegally. There's no gray area anywhere or law that says I cannot do that. Like I must store them elsewhere, or I can't assemble the lower receiver. What did they call it? Like an assembly or a manufacturing clause I wish I would have taken notes before doing this, but so yeah, I'll just let it go because clearly, if someone is able to do the Form 1 and have it just not operable, they're compliant.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And I mean, it's usually, when we use electronic e-forms, it's 7 days, 14 days.
Has it always been that long, or is that just since the first of the year?
That's the new wait time.
Yep.
So the whole blackout at the end of the year and the new system is working great for everybody that needs any kind of tax stamp,
Absolutely.
not just suppressors.
Correct.
Okay,
It's the same system.
that's outstanding.
At first, it was 3 days.
Yeah.
We were getting 3-day approvals. It's slowed down now to 14,
Wow.
which is still pretty fast.
Better than the year and a half it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And is the only difference between an AR pistol and an SBR a stock?
Rear stock.
Correct.
If it's an adjustable rear stock,
This is obnoxious.
that is the
But you can-
shape of a rear stock.
You can have an adjustable brace that looks like a stock, but
Yeah.
it's not a stock because it says not a stock on it.
It is totally obnoxious.
Are these guidelines because somebody didn't know what they were talking about?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
And because they
Yes.
didn't know what they were talking about when they implemented these laws, people may be doing things wrong and not knowing it.
That is true.
Absolutely.
We
So-
talk to people all the time, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I've got that." And it's like, that's an SBR.
You shouldn't.
And an SBR is less than 16 and a half inches.
Barrel length.
Barrel length is
Barrel
less than 16 inches.
Okay. Now, does the entire upper receiver or entire firearms length matter with an SBR? Because it's
No.
a short
It's barrel
barrel
length.
rifle.
Yep.
Okay.
You're thinking shotguns,
Yeah.
shorty
Soft.
shotguns.
Yeah. Okay. And those are just they reach a point in length where it's just flat out illegal. You can't have it.
But
Nope.
that's
Yeah.
even super weedy too. I mean, look at a Mossberg Shockwave.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's an
That's
other.
totally legal.
It's interesting. Yeah, I'm glad I asked this. And a lot of times in fact, most times when anyone thinks of an SBR, they think of an AR.
Yeah.
But you can have a short-barreled rifle bolt action.
We've got an
Mhm.
SBR Enfield down there that's got a 8-inch barrel on it.
8-inch barrel.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like because I would when I was a competitive shooter, I think that you should have at least, was it 2.5 full rotations of that bullet, depending on the bullet's weight and the size of the projectile to get stabilization
But sometimes the mission requires a shorty short.
like Chicago high rise SWAT team. I mean, there's always a place and certain applications in which it would matter, or it would never exist unless you got some knucklehead wanting to see what a bolt action throw weight with a 4-inch barrel.
Yeah. Right.
Anyway, yeah, it's crazy how in the weeds you can get with this stuff. And I don't think it should be this difficult. I think that it should be easier to get a short-barreled rifle or a suppressor than it should be to file your taxes.
Both are difficult.
Right, but I don't because you get me started on suppressors. It just drives me nuts how the NFA and the federal government think of a suppressor as a firearm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Why? It's a chunk of steel that keeps things quiet.
Doesn't shoot
Exactly.
bullets.
Yeah, you can't load it. There's no
TSA
trigger.
states that suppressors, while you fly with them, have to be unloaded.
Yeah. We just flew with a box full of suppressors
Wow.
to Vegas, and I was checking the box of cans, and she was like, "What are those?" And I said, "It's a firearms accessory." And she said, "Are they loaded?" I was like, "Ma'am, it's a suppressor." She's like, "I don't know what that means." It's a firearms accessory. And then another guy walking by, he's like, "He doesn't need to declare those." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." So I locked my box back up, and I was like, "I can carry this on, right?" And she's like, No, you don't have to declare it, but it has to be checked because it had padlocks on it.
Oh,
They just really didn't know what they were looking at. And then in Vegas, flying back, they were like, "Oh, yes, you absolutely have to declare those. Those are unloaded, right?" I was like, "No, it's a suppressor. Is there any ammo in there? No. Are there any guns in there? No."
do you know how you load a suppressor? With sound.
They
Yeah.
are also they're unloaded of sound.
That'd be
That
an
is true.
amazing commercial. Yes, this can is loaded. You can't hear it, can you?
Mhm.
It's that good.
Mm.
But then you'd probably be detained in cuffs or zip ties and
Right.
gray area. Where's Sam? Oh, he's grabbing his ankle. Cavity search. No, that's it's just I'm sure the whole NFA and the suppressors being registered and classified the way they are it's just control.
And a
And
little dash of ignorance.
yeah, it's just you could put Congress through a 4-hour class on a Monday, and all of them would walk out of there going,
Mm-hmm.
why did we think they were a firearm?
Mm-hmm.
You could have a can sitting in front of them, and they'd wonder what they were looking at,
Mm-hmm.
but they'll vote for it. They'll, should we ban all suppressors? Yes. Why? Because we're told to.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Why not?
Because it has a 30-round banana clip.
Yeah.
The clip is in.
What makes it a banana clip? You can paint it yellow. And by the way, we should ban yellow paint. It's obnoxious, and I there was this politician, I think he was from Utah. I don't know why he was before Congress, but he was being questioned about all these things, and he went off on it's a device to suppress the sound, protects hearing, and he made a lot of amazing points. And watching his video is when I learned that it is considered a firearm. What else is on that list that is considered a firearm that you cannot load or use to?
It is strange because, you can come into the shop, buy a firearm that can do harm,
Yeah.
get a 5-minute background check done, green light from the FBI, you leave with it, but the suppressor you bought has to stay here until you can pass a background check. Like, you just passed a background check buying a firearm, and you left with the firearm, but the health and safety device has to stay here until you can pass a background check.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You want to hunt? That's good. You want to do it quietly? Whoa, 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 whoa.
That's-
Right?
Hold on, sir.
It's stupid.
It is
Yeah.
so dumb.
Yeah, I don't understand it. And I'm willing to bet we could put anybody on this podcast that would feel the same way.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to get somebody on here and talk to them that
Is against suppressors.
right that would argue and support them being classified the way they are.
That would be amazing. So, everybody who's listening, if you know of anybody who would willingly come on to the podcast, we would treat them nicely, I promise. Very respectful. Someone who is anti-firearm or anti-suppressor, hit us up in the comments and let us know who you think we should interview.
Tim Walz will be unemployed here pretty soon.
Wouldn't that be amazing to have a sit down with him?
Yeah, it'd be great. He comes in, we lock the doors behind him.
The only drawback, though, is that if we were to convince him of things, he would have no power to implement.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it like before he leaves office.
I don't know, man.
I'm gonna just tell him that we are the Leering Center podcast and we want to talk to him.
Got a few questions.
I just am amazed at how many people drove past that building that said Leering Center and didn't think twice about it or didn't realize that it said Leering Center.
No idea.
I want to meet the person that made the sign. Leering Center. Okay. Give me your money,
Mhm.
Yeah, it's obnoxious. But it would be nice to talk to him. But I don't know. How soon into that conversation do you think he'd get mad? So I was looking on We Are the Mighty a few earlier today, and I'm sure this is a private study, but the title of this article is what 30 years of U.S. gun policy research actually revealed. Some of the most debated gun policies are backed by surprisingly little, if not zero, data.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. And we always hear on CNN or off Fox News about how there's a panel or a cabinet or a board implemented for whatever reason. Take a room full of knowledgeable people and research gun laws and gun policies and crime rates and gun violence. And
You're applying logic and intelligence to political decisions.
which is surprising because I don't have a lot of intelligence.
Dude, there is no logic or intelligence when they pass laws concerning firearms.
How many of these laws
It's
were,
feeling based.
well, is it feeling based or lobbyist or, um, you know, what do they call it? Gerrymandering, or how many people are putting money in their pockets, paying them to vote the way they are? And how many of these votes completely contradicted the way they truly feel?
Yeah.
For money.
It's like trying to apply logic or intelligence to government.
You just can't.
There
do
isn't
it.
any.
Yeah, our government would be a tenth of its size if it was based on logic and intelligence.
It would be. It would be much smaller.
We wouldn't have a White House. We'd have a white apartment.
Yeah. And we would be acting our wage instead of spending ourselves into oblivion.
Yep. Yeah, it's amazing just reading through this that the science of gun policy and the 30 years of research that started in 1995 and ended in 24. That's how much research went into it. As it took them 2 years to catalog it and chart it in a way that can be interpreted. But it's an extensive article, and I'll do some more research here before I spend the next 10 minutes reading what it says and putting everyone to sleep. But the whole world of firearms and their accessories would be perceived differently by everybody if it was perceived or even looked at for a moment with logic. It just, one person dies from a firearm and it started this whole revolution of someone was scared and scared a lot of other people, and then it gained momentum that the criminal wasn't the problem, the gun was. And I don't know, it has gotten out of control. And of course, this is the last 200 years, but it needs to change.
There was a shift along the way, and I would like to know when it was, where the firearm was actually seen as the problem and not the person behind
Yeah.
the firearm. There was a moment where that happened, and everybody was like, "Oh yeah, it is the guns. It's not the person."
I would guess it would be around the 60s and 70s.
I don't
You
know.
think? Because when you look back at the 40s, we were coming home from a world war, and the guns won the world. The
Won a world war with them.
yeah, and it's funny to think that
We beat fascists.
y-
That's
yeah,
a term the left likes to throw around.
but
Fact.
the human, the soldier, the man and the woman using the firearm as a tool won the world war.
Yep.
Defeated fascism using the firearm as a tool.
Yep.
And then now,
And imperialism.
but now it's not the user doing the harm. Now it's the gun.
Mm-hmm.
When the gun was an advantage, it was perceived as necessary. But now what? Now the gun is the problem. And I wish some of the, if not all the people that think that firearms need to be stopped or regulated or taken away completely would think about that for a minute. Every war we've ever gotten into and won was done so using the firearm as a tool, with the courage, the strength, and the logic behind the mindset of a warrior is what won that war.
Mm-hmm.
The mindset and the intent and the ability of the person pulling that trigger is what won that war, not the gun.
Yeah.
But
And advancement in technology.
yeah,
We've always been on the cusp of the front of that.
yeah,
Always developing new technologies.
But outside of the military, the gun is the problem. It's backwards.
Yeah. So I actually read a really long article about this. And the reason that they're going after guns so hard is because they think that it will not affect the majority of people's day-to-day life by banning firearms, where obviously vehicles kill more people every year than guns do, but you can't ban vehicles because it would affect everybody's day-to-day life if you banned vehicles. But you can take away guns because most people don't own them. So we can just take them away and no one will really care.
Well, criminals would care.
Well, yeah, they'd be having a field day.
Right. Then they'd see just how it would affect everyone's day of life or way
Do
of
you
life.
think home invasions might go up if all guns were illegal?
Yeah.
Yeah. They would skyrocket.
It would be insane what you would see happen.
It would be bad.
It would
A whole United States would be a gun-free zone.
Oh my
We-
gosh.
We would become Somalia.
Oh man.
You know,
I wouldn't leave my house. It would be like stepping out your door and you hear the purge horn. I'd be like, oh man, I'm going back in the house.
I'll try again tomorrow. I got something to do here.
Nope.
you would all see how fast I could make a bunker underground.
I'd be driving around with my snowplow in the front of my truck 24/7,
Right.
even in the summertime.
Yep.
I've like spikes welded to it, and
Your window is removed
Set
and you
up.
got 3/4-inch steel with slats you can barely see
Yep.
through.
like, yo, was that Mad Max? Yeah, that was him.
We call it Mad Sam.
Yeah, that's Mad Sam. It's that's
It's a reality I don't want to live in.
yeah. You got a nice truck. Let's try and keep it the way it is.
It would look good.
I
next to
will
Mad
weld
Max.
steel plates to it if I have to.
Yeah, do it
Well.
before the cost of steel goes up because
Right.
you know everyone will be thinking the same thing, and then your truck's value triples and its weight quadruples, and pretty soon the suspension is just not working anymore. And there's that's a talking about writing books. That would be interesting. So,
Actually, we were just talking about that before we started the podcast. You should write a book about this.
that would be interesting.
Here's the storyline.
I'd read it.
Politicians ban guns throughout the entire United States. So now only the criminals have them, turning the entire country into a gun-free zone. You're just a red-blooded American, trying to make ends meet, living your life, providing for your family, and you have to turn into Mad Max to provide for them.
Just to get to and from work.
I would read that book.
I would too.
It would probably have to start from a guy that took his family to the mountains to get away from it all.
Yep.
And on his land, he had tripwires set up.
Yep.
And
And he was forced into it against his will.
yeah,
Yeah.
they didn't like his comfort. They didn't
Mhm.
like his way of life and his ability to get away from it. So they tried to get rid of him.
A man taken to the edge of his morality.
And they killed his dog
Yep.
Pushed as far as he could get.
or his cat.
His kid.
Oh,
They
don't
killed
touch
his
the cat, dude.
Yeah. That's what dragged him into it. They didn't kill his kids or his wife, killed his cat.
Don't touch the cat, man.
Yeah.
Mr. Scruffles.
One of the ideas I had made note of for a book was over the span of a decade, little by little, the U.S. government ignorantly gave power over to China,
Wait,
and then the Chinese government invaded
What?
America.
that can happen like tomorrow.
Right. That's the thing about a book. Within the first few pages, you got to catch the attention of your audience and then keep it.
Yeah, I mean, you just described Red Dawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's already a book.
But the thing
And a movie.
is, like they
Great movie.
just their military comes over, no shots are fired, hands are shaking. You know, oh, how you doing? Welcome. And it's like, wait a minute.
Speaking of Red Dawn, are you a fan of the old school movie or the new one?
I haven't seen either.
What?
Hey,
I've
I-
seen that one.
What?
I've seen parts of the one with Patrick Swayze and then
What?
parts of the
Oh
one
my
with Chris
God.
Hemsworth,
Yo,
but I haven't seen the whole movies.
this podcast is over. It is over.
Oh no.
It is turn on that
Homework.
television. Blake, turn on the television right now.
I don't have the remote.
I haven't even seen Hunger Games. Like,
Okay, I haven't seen Hunger Games either.
You're not missing much.
I'm not big into the Mockingjay or whatever it
I
is.
the only Hunger Games I have are between lunch and dinner, and
Same.
that's it. So, but yeah,
Mike,
I-
Red Dawn is required reading.
or viewing.
Yes,
Is there a book?
I haven't read
trust
the
me.
book.
Watch the first movie with Patrick Swayze.
The first one's so much better.
Watch it, and then watch the second one. You have to watch these two movies before we have another podcast.
Okay.
They're that good.
I wonder if there's a website where someone did a quick synopsis of the good parts.
Cheater.
I will know. I will know. I will know. I will see it in your eyes.
You'll smell it.
Yeah.
Covering my face, looking around.
I read the book Red Dawn for Dummies.
Yeah. Well, and you'd be something like there is no Red Dawn for Dummies.
Dummy.
Yeah.
Man, wow. That's
No.
like saying I have never watched Terminator 1 or Terminator 2 or Predator movies or,
There's a second one.
oh my gosh.
I'm kidding. I've seen those several times.
Oh, man.
I've seen.
Tears of the Sun.
I watched that in boot camp.
Amazing movie.
Yeah.
How about Rescue Dawn?
Rescue Dawn.
Rescue Dawn.
I don't think so.
Oh, my Lord.
I'm with Mike on that one. I haven't seen it.
Okay, both of you, Rescue Dawn. You should be taking notes.
Have you seen
I'll
Days
add
of
it to my
Thunder?
list.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
You know our
Of
son.
course.
You know our son Cole.
Yeah.
He's named after Cole Trickle in that movie.
Are you serious?
Drove Kate nuts when that's how she found out. That's how I came up with the name Cole. But that's exactly where Cole got his name.
Cole is a cool name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ever since I was younger, I thought Cole. I'm gonna name one of my kids Cole.
That's awesome.
And then,
Dude, when Days of Thunder came out, I think it came out in the mid 90s.
92.
I was going to say 95, but you might be right, 92. I remember when it came out, watched it. Hottest movie out was Days of Thunder. I think I probably watched it like 4 times.
They did such a good job at hiding
Such a good
Tom
movie.
Cruise height.
Yeah, dude's a midget.
You're both
For real.
wrong. It's 1990.
90? He was closer than I was.
Yep. 1990.
I remember when
You
it came
gotta-
out.
You got to fact check that.
Seriously, that movie's amazing.
I just did.
I wish that they would do a sequel.
They did.
Not
It's the comedy parody movie with what's his
not
face in it?
Talladega Nights.
Yeah, Talladega Nights. That's Days of Thunder 2.0.
No, don't. The two don't even show in the same theater together.
They do.
You have a legendary NASCAR film,
and then you got
have-
Ricky Bobby.
You got a hillbilly with a license. I mean, it's funny,
Yeah.
That's a funny movie. But
fire.
I think one of the most recent racing movies that came out was a Formula One movie with
F1.
Sylvester Stallone. No, before that one,
Yeah.
years ago. And all I can remember from that stupid movie is he drives around the track flipping quarters out on it, and then he runs around the track and comes back, and he picks all the quarters up with his tires, and it's stupid. It was.
I don't think I've seen that.
I haven't.
You haven't seen it? You have homework. You gotta watch it.
What's the name of the movie?
I don't
will
know.
watch it. I'm a big movie guy. I will watch it.
I don't know.
Sylvester Stallone in it. I thought I saw all of his movies.
It's
Have you seen the movie Cobra with Sylvester Stallone?
with the helicopters?
No, Cobra. That big poster on my wall over there where he's holding that machine gun that is absolutely unobtainable.
Oh yeah, I've seen.
That movie's cool.
I'm gonna stop telling you when I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Okay,
have
Mike. I
I'm gonna have a
haven't seen it.
list. Like,
You will have a list.
I've seen that.
Oh.
I've seen Tango and Cash.
Good movie.
I've seen some of the Rambo films.
Okay. You need to stop telling us the movies you have seen because we will be here forever.
I've seen a lot, but I wish
Okay, greatest movie of all time. Go. 5 seconds.
Gladiator.
Good answer.
Oh,
Like
I can't argue with Gladiator.
4, 3, 2.
Gladiator.
Gladiator.
Yep.
Greatest Showman.
I haven't seen that one.
What? You've seen it.
Seen what?
The Greatest Showman. Yes, you have. That face is telling me you have seen
I'm
it.
amazed that my kids, as rambunctious, as woodsman, hunter, redneckish as my kids can be, all 5 of them can park in front of a TV and not move until that movie is done.
Yeah,
It is captivating,
it is.
but I
You haven't watched it?
haven't watched it.
It's not required watching, but I'll tell you what, it is a great movie.
The one with Wolverine in it. That one.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Yeah.
Hugh
Jackman.
Jackman. And then
He's Barnum and Bailey's circus. Don't watch it with just you and Alicia. Watch it with Leo.
Okay.
Kids love this movie. It's amazing. I mean, any movie that has the bearded lady in it, you got to watch it.
Okay, fair. I'll add it to my list.
The Greatest Showman. It's a great movie. I've seen it probably 10 times.
Nerd.
My
Alright.
girls have all the songs memorized in it.
Yeah, Jace. Jace is a spitting image of Kate's dad. Just as simple living as he can be. Will walk around the house and not realize he's singing those songs.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, it's got to be a good movie because they
Yeah.
love it. But
It's
don't
upbeat
know.
and it's got an amazing message.
is it that you should go to the circus?
No, that's not the message.
I don't know.
The message of the movie is whatever you create in your mind, you can create it in the world.
Well, I guess that's good for kids.
It's not for kids, man. It's for adults too. I mean, every day I walk in off grid, I'm like, this is the greatest show.
I thought it was the what is it called again? The Humpty Dumpty dance?
Humpty
Or-
dance.
You're not
Yeah.
going to bait me like that. I'm not falling for your bait. I see the chum in the water. I'm not going to bite.
Oh, he wants to. He wants to bite.
I don't know. I tell you, maybe for my birthday this year, I'll throw a big party and see just if we can't get you to do it around a campfire or something.
As long as there's no cameras
That's the whole point. There'll be about 40 of them, so I make sure I get it.
hidden in the trees. Here's 17 shots of the Humpty Dance.
Yeah, it'll be the kind of cameras where, why is my phone distorted and making that noise when I try to call? And don't worry,
Yeah.
we're on TV. What was that dance again? No, it's. I used to enjoy film, especially when I was on dialysis. I watched a bunch of movies, and a lot of them I watched more than once or twice. But one thing I did enjoy watching when I was on dialysis was Peaky Blinders.
Oh, yeah. Good show.
Yeah, it's they got a movie coming out with next month, I think,
Really?
on Netflix.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a whole, the whole crew comes back together, and there's a few new faces, and I'm excited. Like I couldn't believe how much I enjoyed that movie and the whole, the veteran of World War I, and he was a what they call tunnel digger in the nightmares, and what solved the nightmares? Smoking opiates.
Yeah.
And what did you do when you woke up and went and ran a
Mhm.
a gang? And it's awesome.
I like watching those shows for the guns that are in them.
Yeah,
A lot of old Tommy guns and
I really like the cars.
yeah, the
You know,
cars.
Um,
They don't make cars like that anymore.
no. I did learn that I'm having a hard time remembering the name of the machine gun company made Harleys before the war, or made a motorcycle, and then they made the guns, and then they went back to making other things like I think they made a tractor, but then they made motorcycles, and then they
Singer Sewing Machine used to make machine guns.
Mhm.
International Harvester.
International Harvester.
yeah.
That might be the one you're thinking of.
No, it's Birmingham Arms.
Birmingham Arms.
Yeah, made a motorcycle.
Yep.
And I almost spent more than I should have on an auction to buy an original early 1900s poster board or a metal sign.
Yep.
And I thought that would be so cool, but
Yeah.
you pay that much for it, you want to preserve it and hide it from your wife. I couldn't, but I went down a couple of rabbit holes learning about, the era and the time and some of the companies, especially during the first few episodes. The whole thing is the machine guns that get stolen and then sold, and Birmingham Arms is where they came from. And I think that's what started me down that road was Birmingham Arms. And it was excellent. Well,
I think I watched the first 5 episodes of Peaky Blinders.
that's it.
That's it. How many seasons are there?
3
3 seasons?
or there's got to be more than that, because I remember watching it with Kate, and after a while she thought, now it's just everyone murdering everybody, it's stupid, and she walked off, and I thought, what are you talking about? It's great. But there are a few seasons, and I'm excited just from the way it all ended. You have to watch it, but the way it all ended, I'm glad to see that there's a movie coming to kind of right the ship.
hmm
But yeah, I loved it. I've watched the first few seasons a couple of times. There's a couple of parts of a couple of episodes where you fast forward or skip because there's no benefit in seeing that nonsense twice. But when you
Mhm.
come down to the core of the family and how they build up everything, and yeah, it's cool.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna look it up here while we talk.
We are over an hour.
Already?
Yep.
Yeah,
Wow.
I just got a text. We have wives at the vet by the airport. So
Oh, they went?
yeah.
Okay.
I'll find out how many episodes are here before I leave. March 20th is when The Immortal Man is available to watch. That's the movie. Peaky Blinders, there are 6. There's 6 seasons.
6
6 seasons.
Wow.
Yeah. But if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's like the second
I think I watched like the first 6. Maybe I watched the entire first season. I was really into the gun running and all that,
Yep.
like right after World War One, where I mean,
everything was lawless.
it was just total lawlessness. There was no regulations on firearms,
Yep.
other than stealing them from the government.
Yeah.
I remember the feds showing up because that was government property they stole,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know. I was just like, whoa, that would take some guts.
I think future episodes go into more things like rigging the bets at the horse races,
And even the drugs,
drugs.
weren't illegal.
and the rums.
It was
and-
just
and-
considered, street stuff.
Yeah.
You were a street person if you used drugs, but they
Mm.
weren't illegal. They were, like, nothing was illegal.
But what I do like about it is every season they get higher in the
Yeah.
control.
Yep.
Instead of it just being locally. Pretty
Yeah,
soon
With
they're
money comes power, and
Yeah.
power comes control.
then they got a big old mansion, and then
Yep.
anyway, if anyone hasn't seen it, check it out. It's
More money, more headaches.
don't watch it with kids.
The more
Um,
money they made, did they have more headaches?
Yes.
Yeah.
In fact, it was headaches in the final season that had a big part of what almost happened.
Hmm.
That's all I'll say.
Okay, don't ruin it for me. I'm
I
going to
won't.
watch it.
You'll like it.
I am going to watch it.
But yeah, you can wrap it up for us here. We're getting
Yeah, we're a little over.
long-winded.
So yeah, appreciate everybody watching. Make sure you stay tuned for our next episode, which will drop next week, probably Wednesday. We need to get better at sticking to a time. I know you've been accommodating my schedule, but
Yeah.
you got to just say, dude, this is the day we're recording, and that is final.
I can say that.
The tribe
but,
has spoken.
I mean, I have this much going on in my life,
That's true.
and you have this much going on in your life.
You know, we're both busy,
and
but these are fun, and we got to make time for them.
There.
Yeah. And I think right now we have the chance to be lenient, and I'm thankful that if we can get something posted by Sunday the next week,
Yeah.
we're good. But I agree, we should get something more consistent.
Just set it and make it happen.
Right.
Yeah.
But anyways, thanks for watching. Mike, Blake, always a pleasure.
It's always fun.
Look forward to seeing you guys here next week, and stay tuned and join us then.